Over the past 4 years, pretty much since I started this YouTube channel, I've been sent hundreds, I'm not exaggerating at all, hundreds of emails, and there's been some calls and messages on Facebook and social Instagram asking me to partner with these EV accessories companies. The deal is you'll get a percentage or we'll give you some money or whatever it may be. Partner with them to sell their products. And as you know, I've never done this. So I just decided for many reasons I didn't think it was the right thing to do, so I didn't do it. And then when I got my Xpeng G6, when I got the new car, I went online and I looked for some accessories for it. I wanted some mats for the car. I wanted some other things, some trays, some things. And I discovered all these kind of cool things you could put in your car to make it better, especially for when you got kids, right? Or especially if you get water in your car. Like when I get in the car and I've just been surfing and I've got my wetsuit still on, I put a towel on the seat, but you're getting water on the floor. So I wanted some accessories for the car. And I went online, I found a few different websites, but one of them I found, I was about to make an order, and then I sent the company an email. And I said, oh guys, they had something that was out of stock. I wanted a certain product that was out of stock. And I said, do you have this item? And then this is what happened after that. Hello, my friends. Welcome to the channel. I'm Sam Evans. You're watching the Electric Viking. Great to have you with us. Now, I should make very clear, there's no payment or sponsorship for this company. But what happened when I contacted them, they said, oh, hey, mate, I met you at the last EV show. My name was, I'm not going to say what their name was, and I saw what you got in your cart. What about I just send it to you? And he didn't even ask me to do a video. He didn't say, can you, some sort of payment or anything like that. He just said, mate, I'll just send it to you. And you tell me what you think. Tell me what your thoughts are. So anyway, that happens. I email him and I say, mate, listen, I appreciate you sending me the stuff. I feel like I should do a video. What you've sent me is really good. It's been unreal, worked really well in the car. And the guy's going, you know what, if you want to do a video, that's awesome, but you don't need to, whatever you want to do, mate. So that's what it is at this point. I did get this stuff in this video for free, but I'm not getting paid to get you to buy any of this. There's nothing involved here. There's no percentages or I don't own anything or whatever. So the story is this, he sent me the stuff. One of the items I haven't used, there's car covers he sent me to cover your seats. I probably should install them, but I just don't like the way they look. They're kind of like a cream color and I've got a black interior. So I don't really like the way they look, but I know that sounds really petty, but yeah, I don't. So I haven't used I've heard from other people that they work quite well, but yeah, I haven't used them. So I did actually buy a few things, well, put in my cart a few things. And so I got delivered some stuff for my Xpeng. And one of the things I really like is there's a little tray that sits just behind the touchscreen. You can't even see it, but it's a really good spot to put sunglasses or things where, in fact, no one would even know the spot's there unless you told them. It's really cool, but it's a big tray area there. I think I did make a video showing people some of the features in the car, the car mats I bought, which are awesome. You get water in the seat on the floor, and you can just pull the mat out and chuck the water out and chuck the sand out. And so the car mats have been great. There's also these little plastic things these plastic molds that you can put in the side doors where the door pockets are. And it means that if you get stuff in your door pockets, you don't need to get a vacuum cleaner. You can just pull out the plastic sleeve and just get rid of it and clean it out that way. So I think that's a good idea. Got that. I got a mat for the back of the back seat. So when you lay the seats down and you put like surfboards on them, you don't go wax on the back of the seat. So that kind of stuff. But it was also got some really cool stuff for the center console, put like an extra tray. The center console is really big and deep, but there's no extra tray on the top. So that's pretty much, in my opinion, essential for an Xpeng G6. But I think it's probably worth pointing out for you guys, for your sake, EVTrove, they have a lot of other stuff. So they have accessories for the BYD Atto 3, the BYD Dolphin, the BYD Seal, the BYD Sea Lion 7, which apparently was the best-selling EV in Australia last month, which is a surprise to me, but it was. The MG4, the Tesla Model 3, the Tesla Model Y, and the Xpeng G6. So those appear to be the models of cars that they have covered off, which is the most popular cars in Australia. And if you go through it, there's a lot of stuff that I'd never heard of. There's also some reviews for the company, which are very positive from what I've seen. So the customer service seems to be really, really good. You can get a frunk for some cars. So there's quite a few options and things that I never knew existed. I mean, for example, just browsing the site, MG4 full set leather seat covers, $250. That's Australian dollars. MG4 steering wheel cover, door seal protectors. There's just so many different things and stuff that you'd never heard of. But for me, probably my favorite thing was the armrest storage box for the G6, for the XP G6. I think you have to have one of those. To me, it's for $40, 40 Australian dollars, it's an absolute no-brainer to get that. Now, there is an armrest box protective cover. Sounds weird. Sounds like, why do I need a protective cover for the armrest? That seems pointless. I should have got one of those, and I probably will. In fact, I will. They're 38 Australian dollars. In fact, I'm going to do that right now so I don't forget. And the reason being is because you can get marks on the armrest covers, and I've definitely got a mark, at least one mark that doesn't look like it's coming off my armrest cover. So I didn't expect that, so I do need to do that. There is a wheel hub protection cover, which I should have bought. Why? Well, one of my wheels has a big scratch on it. So that could have been a good option to avoid that scratch. What else is there? There is a wireless charging anti-slip pad. I don't think that's necessary. My phone doesn't slide around. I'd probably say don't worry about that. There is an under passenger seat storage box. That's wasn't there when I looked at the website. So for $48, I think I might try that. Yeah, I will. Now, I've got the all-weather floor mats, which have been awesome. But there is also premium mud flaps splash guards. Don't know if that's necessary. An accelerated brake pedal cover that makes it look cool. Not really necessary. Door side safe side storage box. I've got those for door side and passenger side, which are good. I think they're worth getting. Center console lower storage tray. So that's to have a lower storage tray. I've got that. I think that's actually a good idea. There is an anti-slip leather steering wheel cover. Yeah, I wouldn't personally worry about that. There is back seat anti-kick pad. So stuff to cover your back seat for when kids kick your back seats. And I've got to admit, this is, I don't have those, but I probably should get them for $93 because I do have some marks on the backs of my seats from the kids that get in the car sometimes, school friends, and can damage the seat. Now, one thing that's really good, and I do have this, is the center console lower storage box. That is kind of different to the actual storage tray. So the armrest storage box is really good. I've got that. Then I've got the center console lower storage tray and also the lower storage box. And that means that the lower section of the car past the center console, sort of further towards the front of the car, it's a nothing space, just a big empty space. So what that does is that turns that into a practical space where you can put stuff there. And people can't see what's in there. But you can put a bunch of stuff there and it makes it into a big box tray. So actually quite practical and probably something that Xpeng should have done, I think, to begin with. And there is a dashboard and navigation screen protectors. I probably wouldn't use those. I'm not sure that's a good idea. There is the rear navigation screen storage box. That's 40 Australian dollars. I did get one of those, so they're a good idea. There is side louver trim covers. So those go on the rear of your car on the sides, right at the back, make it look a bit like a Mustang, sort of, or a Lamborghini. I don't think that's a good idea. Don't do that. There is a waterproof charging port rain cover. You can put over the whole section there to make sure no rain comes through, apparently. Don't know if that's necessary either. There is a sunglasses storage box that goes on basically on your roof, just above the lights. That could be a good idea if you need somewhere to put your sunglasses. Anyway, there's heaps of stuff here, guys. It's just heaps of different stuff that you can accessorize your car with. Doesn't have to be an Xpeng, of course, different models there. So yeah, EVTrove, thank you for sending the stuff out to me. I didn't ask for it and you didn't ask for the video, but here it is. Guys, let me know what your thoughts are in the comments and thank you for watching. Bye-bye.